That was good. Hi, my friend. Welcome back to my channel. If you are new, welcome. I am Trey, millennial mom to three little ones on a mission to uplift and encourage mamas in this space. Around here, we talk all things homemaking, motherhood, and real life. We're kicking off a new series entitled Still Me, a Motherhood series, because motherhood changed us, but it did not erase us. And we're kicking it off with 10 simple questions that had me thinking about who I am now in the middle of motherhood. So, if that is something that you're interested in as we journey through life and figure out who we are at our core, even though we're a mom, I would love for you to enjoy this series with me. Click that subscribe button and let's get started. Here's our first question. Do you ever miss the version of you before you became a mom? Honest question. Do I miss her? Yes and no. So, the version of who I was before I became a mom was just kind of like free, right? And I liked her, but I love who I am now as a mom. I love that now I'm kind of like on a routine, on a schedule, and I have something to live for. Like before I was a mom, I struggled with like a lot of self doubt. I struggled with not feeling enough. And while even in motherhood, I still struggle with those, but it's like I have a reason to like push through those feelings because I have little people watching me. I have a daughter who I have to instill these values that she is worthy and she is enough, and I can't walk around feeling like I'm not enough. And even something like the version before me, I had a relaxer. I had relaxed hair that was done every 2 weeks faithfully. I had nails done, hair done, everything did. And while I do miss those times, I love that I embraced my natural hair for my daughter so that she knows that the hair that grows from our head is not a curse. It is not a mistake. It is beautiful. And we learn how to do it. We can rock braids. We can rock straight hair. So I feel like that version of me now is so like intentional and conscious of myself, of the things that I do, of the time I wake up. Again, because I just feel like I used to just be free. I woke up, but I didn't have a purpose. So I love this version of me now because I have life on purpose with the purpose. So to answer that, I know I answered that in a roundabout way, but yeah, I miss that version. But yes, I love this version of who I am now since becoming a mom. Okay, question number two. Have you ever felt guilty for wanting time alone? Whew, this is going to sound so crazy. I do not enjoy alone time. And I'm uncovering reasons why in therapy, but I don't enjoy being alone. And I think it has a lot to do with just ways that I grew up. Um Alone time for me was not always a safe thing. So I was talking to some mom friends while I was at the Mom 2 Summit, and we were all just talking about how we would go places, how they would go places by themselves. They would go out to eat by themselves. And I'm sitting here like clutching my pearls, like, oh, you go to restaurants alone? You go to the movies alone? Like, it just baffles me because I don't enjoy being alone. And it's weird to say, but I've never like been alone. I've always had a roommate. One, I mean, I'm the oldest of two younger sisters. And I have a little brother, but I've always had my sisters. And then I went off to college. I had a roommate. I moved out of like the dorms and moved in with the roommate. Then I had my boyfriend, now husband, and I've like, always stayed there. And then we graduated college and I went back home. Then I went to another friend's house. And then I went back home. Then I moved in with my fiance. Then we got married and then I had kids, and I've just always had somebody. So being alone to me is just kind of scary. But that's something that I do want to learn to embrace now in this series. Okay. Still Me Motherhood series. I want to just figure out, okay, why don't you like being alone? And that's what I'm uncovering in therapy. And that's why I love therapy. But why don't you enjoy being alone? And how can you be alone and change that narrative that it's not safe? You have to learn to love who you are and enjoy your own company. Like, I admire people who enjoy their own company. And I'm just figuring out, why don't you? Why don't you feel like you're enough? And that's what I'm uncovering. And we're journeying together in that. So, do I feel guilty for alone time? No, because I don't get it. But I do want to do better about it. And then just to kind of interject in there, I do get, to me, my alone time is in my mornings. Like, when I wake up before everybody and I do my devotional and I just sit in my thoughts. So I guess I don't really feel guilty about that because I always get it before everybody wakes up. So I don't feel guilty about that because it's like my little sacred time. It's just me and Jesus, and I love that time. And I don't feel guilty about that because I know if I do not get it, my days are like chaotic and all over the place, and I'm not the best me that I can be. So I guess I do get alone time, not intentional away from everybody time, because that's scary to me. I have one of my really, really good friends. She says for her birthday, she always like just gets a hotel by herself. And I'm just like, how? Like, I would not enjoy that. All I would be thinking about is my babies and my husband and how I want to be with them. And I think that's even something that we're uncovering even in my marriage, that my husband loves his alone time, and I'm like, but I want to be with all of us all the time, and it's not realistic and it's not healthy. And I think it is good to have alone time. I'm just trying to navigate how to do that and not feel guilty, and also learning to just enjoy my company. So that was another long way to answer that question. Do I feel guilty? No. But do I want to learn how to explore my alone time and enjoy my own company? Yes. Okay. Question number 3. Have you discovered new strength since becoming a mom? Whew. Yes, 100% yes. I feel like motherhood, while it does change you, it brings out strengths you didn't know you had. Like, did you know that you could function on like 2 hours of sleep? That's first of all, because I'm telling y'all, my second son, I hope one day he comes back and watches these videos where I talk about him all the time. He challenged me like nothing else. My daughter was so easy. She was such an easy baby. My second one, he nursed forever. Like, I never thought he would stop nursing. And he slept with us because all I had to do was just pull it out, whip it out. And I'm just like, I am never going to sleep again. He never took a bottle. And y'all, to this day, he doesn't drink milk. He only wants mommy's milk. And I mean, he doesn't drink mommy's milk now, but let me put that out there. He does not drink mommy's milk. But I remember him just being almost 2 and saying, I only want mommy's milk. I only want mommy's milk. And I'm just like, baby, I'm having another baby. So anyways, did you know you could sleep? Could you know that you could function on 2 hours of sleep? So motherhood, I figured out strengths I did not have. I didn't know that I had. I feel like we always joke about this because everybody's like, I'm very calm. I'm very like soft spoken. And people are always laugh. They're like, yeah, she real soft spoken until it comes to them kids. Like, I am very, very much a mama bear about my babies. It's like, it's something that just like snaps in me. And I'm not going to tell that story because I don't know who's going to watch this, but don't try my babies. I just like change. I'm just like, and it's so funny because you don't know, because again, I'm very quiet and you'll just see me like, oh, hi. But then when it comes to my babies, I'm like, oh, hi. Like, let's talk about it. Let's discuss this, so I'm usually like a people pleaser, but when it comes to them, there is nobody to please except them. So don't let the necessary occur. But it definitely found strengths. I was not always like the best cook. Like I like cooking, but now it's like I love cooking. Like I love cooking for my family. It's like my love language. I love like figuring out new recipes. I love it's like that joy you get when you put the plate on the table and they're like, "Ooh, that's my favorite." That I love. So it's like all these different talents that were in me. I didn't realize that were in me. Um Even like going after things that I love, everything I go after, I think about how can this leave an impact? How can this affect my legacy? So chasing after my dreams, I want to do this because I want to leave a legacy. I want to let my babies know, go after everything. Like I want to create this legacy so they're not just starting from the bottom. I want them to start on my shoulders. I feel like we got a lot of get it out the mud. No, I don't want them to get it off the mud. I want them to get it off the mountaintop because I want to get to the top of that mountain and I want them to like be on top of me and like go as far as they can go, like further than I can even ever imagine. So, that gives me chills when I talk about it because I want so much for them and I've never wanted anything like what I want for myself is so like below what I want for them. So it's just like a different strength. You work harder, you go after more because you want so much for them. So yeah, I definitely found some strength in there. Definitely found strengths I did not know I had as a mom. Okay, question number 4. Is it hard for you to ask for help? Whoo. I thought it was hard for everybody to ask for help, right? So for me, it is hard to ask for help. And there's layers to it. It's hard to ask for help because in my mind, I thought if you ask for help, you're weak. You're not strong enough. You're not capable. And also, I struggle with not my microphone dying midway through my conversation. It's okay because the devil is a liar. Yeah, 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 yeah. I did not have the charger for the microphone, but I came back and after I prayed because this message needed to get out and I recorded again. So I hope you enjoy it. Also, I struggled with asking for help because I felt like I didn't deserve it. So, and when I say that, it's because my husband is an amazing provider. I am so, so grateful for him. But I felt like he works all day. He travels. He's handling all the things, within his work. And I'm like, he's not asking me for help. Why should I ask for help? But I want to free you today that it's okay to ask for help. It is okay to ask for help. I'm going to hold your hand and say, it is okay to ask for help. Once I asked my husband, hey, I just need a little help in the evenings with the kitchen. And he instantly was like, let's go. Like, I got you. And I'm like, why was I so hesitant about asking? But it's because it's like that guiltiness. Like, I just felt like, why can't you do it? And then I would look at TV and I would look on social media. Y'all know, social media. The girlies on social media, they do it all. They cook, clean, throw that thing in a circle. They do it all. And I'm like, golly, why can't I do that? And because it's not real, first of all, because they're not doing it all. And then I would look at my mom and my grandma, my great grandma, and so on and so forth, and be like, gosh, they did it all. But also, what God led me to is that they did do a lot, but they didn't do it all because they didn't have all that we have. For one, they probably had a better mental capacity to handle more, because check this out. We wake up, my Alexa is sitting there, and there's a tornado here. There's a house on fire there. There's flooding there. There's a storm coming here. This person signed this executive order. This person doesn't like this person. This person died. This person's dying every day. So we wake up, and that's why I had to move her downstairs, because baby, she was waking me up with, I said, this is too much first thing in the morning. It's, you see my Alexa, it's like the screamer. So no, you have to go. Right? You have to go, ma'am. So they weren't met and bombarded with negativity. My great grandma, she didn't know what was going on in New Jersey and when she was in Tennessee. I know what's going around the whole world, because I'm bombarded with it. But I'm taking back control over that also. Like, no, absolutely not. So they were not dealing with the same things that we were dealing with. Their kids, I was not in a lot of extracurricular activities. And I know some people will say, well, the kids don't need to be having 15 extracurricular. And they don't need 15, but they need something, because these kids are not going to just be bored in the house, not going to be just sitting here eating my food. And I just feel like too much idle time is not good. So, and then I look at it like this. They're not just doing things to keep them busy. My kids are in like a Bible study. They're in tennis. They're in flag football. Those are all things, and I keep going back to this legacy I want to leave. My daughter does piano because I pray that she can keep playing piano and eventually go to college and she can play at a church. I pray that my sons, even though they play flag football, they want to go to college and play. They want to go further, in the NFL, and that's great. I love that for them. But even when you think of it like this, I would love for my boys to be able to teach their boys, to coach their boys like their daddy coaches them. It's that legacy. It's jujitsu. That is to teach them. That's that patience that I want them to learn. That's that discipline I want them to learn. I am not a mom who thinks that she can teach them everything. Am I a good mom? I'm a good mom. But can I teach them everything? No. And I love that they get to learn from other people and learn to listen to others. Because I am not the be all, know all. I love that they go to Bible study, and when they go to church on Sunday, that's not the first time they're hearing the word. Because yes, we pray, we do our daily devotions, but there are things that I don't know about the Bible that they can get from Bible study at school. So I know, don't do all the extracurriculars, do as you wish, but pouring into my kids and their life and their legacy is super important to me. And that is something that we did not do as kids. So our parents, again, they did it all, but they didn't have to do much. And I even feel like I don't have a lot of hobbies because I didn't do anything. I want my kids to grow up, and when she's like, oh, I'm so overwhelmed, let me go play a round of tennis, because I know how to play. So I just think that is so important to put them in those extracurriculars. And that's just a quick tangent. But our parents, our grandmas, our great-grandmas, they didn't have the same things that we did. So they didn't have to ask for help because they didn't have the same struggles as we have now. Bills are billing. This economy is not economy. And that's why I'm gonna leave that there. So yes, I struggle asking for help. No, I don't want you to feel guilty for asking for help, because there is freedom in asking for help. You deserve it. We're not meant to do it all alone. And I'm not there yet where I can outsource laundry and cleaning and all the other things. But even asking for help from a friend, there have been friends that I've went over and I'll fold this for you really quick. But you have to speak up. You have to use those words, because you matter. Your mental health matters. All these things, you're worthy of the help, sis. Okay? So, again, a roundabout way. Do I struggle with asking for help? Yes. Do I want to get better at it? Also, yes. And do I want you to struggle with asking for help? No. Because there's freedom in asking for help. So, okay, question number 5. Do you believe that you can be a great mom and still chase after your dreams? Can I be honest? Sips tea. this is something that I have struggled with and I'm still like wrestling with, okay? And this is where I want to journey, because I honestly did not believe, and this was not me trying to be a martyr or trying to be like, oh, I'm better than everybody. No, I honestly did not believe that you could chase your dreams and be a good mom, because who's going to watch your kids? Who's going to have them? And this is where it comes. This is where having discernment, this is where having good, godly friends that can pour into you and lead you closer to Jesus. This is where trusting that God didn't design you just to be a mom. If that's your heart's desire, I love that. But if you have dreams within you, they're still there. You can chase them. It's not too late. So I did struggle with chasing my dreams. What has recently gave me freedom is knowing that the dreams that I'm chasing are not just for me. The dreams that I'm chasing are for my kids, their kids. Is to leave a legacy. Again, I keep going back to that. I want to leave a legacy, not just of money, but of love, of purpose. Me and my husband both, we always talk about this. We had to get it out the mud. We had to get it out the mud. I don't want my kids to get it out the mud. I want them to be on the mountaintop and they climb that mountaintop and I'm there and they're off my shoulders. I want them to go further than I can even imagine. Like, I have big dreams for myself, but the dreams I have for my babies, oh gosh. So I gotta chase those dreams in order to give them more, right? So keep chasing those dreams. Don't give up on those dreams, because you're worth it. And your dreams can inspire another mom. Your dreams can minister to your little ones and they say, oh, mommy did that. I can do this. Because my little dreams can inspire them to dream bigger. Like, say me chasing my dreams and they're like, oh, if mommy can do that, imagine what I can do. And that's the goal of having those dreams. My baby boy has a pillow upstairs that he's had since he's a baby. And it says, dream big dreams, little one. So today I want you to say, dream big dreams, mama. Dream big dreams. Like, dreams that make you uncomfortable, dream those and chase after those. I didn't think that even me being on YouTube or, going after content creating was for me, because I'm like, how can you be a mom and do that? You can, and it's real. And I think that moms need to see real moms, like, not so. I feel like sometimes, when I was talking this about with my sister-in-law, and she is amazing, perfect example of a mom who chased her dreams and literally built a 6-figure business from home with her babies, for her babies. Like, and she's amazing. So chase after those dreams. Don't give up on those dreams, because they're there. God put them there for a reason. And God does not call the qualified. He qualifies the called. So if he placed that dream in your heart, you are called to it. He will qualify you for it, because you can. And it's there for a reason. So chase after it and be obedient. Be obedient. Be persistent. You got this. So to answer that question, do I think you can be a great mom and chase after your dreams? I think you would be an excellent mom if you chase after your dreams. So 100% yes. Okay. That was our first 5 questions. If you want more, comment down below, and I have 5 more that I answered, but I didn't want to keep you too long. So if you love that, if you have answers to those questions, I would love to hear your comments down below as well. Those were deep. And if they made you stop and think, answer them down below. I would love to hear what you have to offer to this conversation. And if you're on the journey of rediscovering who you are in motherhood, I would love for you to journey alongside me, because we're not meant to do motherhood alone. And really quick, I want to share 2 books that are helping me, like challenging me and wrecking me in a good way, as I journey to rediscovering who Trey is. I Surrender All by Priscilla Schreier is absolutely amazing. My good friend Carmen Watkins, she is Carmen, Carmen Watkins, Watkins, all across all social medias. She's on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, but she is such a phenomenal woman of God. When I say, anytime I'm about to see her, I tell my husband, like, ooh, I'm finna go see Carmen. Anything, like, she is a soldier on the battlefield, okay? Like, she will pray you down. Satan is afraid. Okay, so I love my girl Carmen. She is doing a Bible study every Wednesday with this book. She does it at 12 p.m., 8 p.m. Eastern time. Phenomenal book. This book is challenging me about surrendering my life, surrendering my marriage, surrendering my motherhood. Because, God, if I surrender, who gonna control it? I like to have control. Hi, I'm Trey, and I like to have control. The first step is admitting you have a problem. So, check this out. If you want to surrender those things that you doubt about yourself, you want to surrender your motherhood, you want to surrender just everything that you think that you are, surrender it to God and watch him work. Because we're his children and he loves us and he cares about us. So we can surrender all of our dreams, all of our aspirations. We can surrender it to him and watch him work. Like, you know that song, Let Her Cook. Let him cook, baby. This is amazing. And then I struggle with surrendering, and I shared this YouTube that Priscilla Schreier did. I shared it in my community tab, but I also link it down below, because she talks about in it how you have to position yourself to hear from God. You have to, I thought that, oh gosh, I have to be in this perfect place. I have to be right in my closet. And today on the Bible study, we talked about how God didn't, he's not just saying, oh, you have to be right here for 15 minutes. You have to be there. Talk to him throughout your whole day. So surrender. Surrender my motherhood is going to be the best thing I can do for myself, for my kids, for my family. So I'll link this down below. The next one is one that my therapist recommended. And I'm telling you, like, it wrecks me a little bit as well, because some of the answers I don't like answering, because it uncovers things in me that I don't want to uncover. It hurts a little bit. It makes me deal with childhood things that I don't want to deal with. But it's so good. So this one is called Self-Love Workbook for Women. Release self-doubt, build self-compassion, embrace who you are. And when you don't know who you are, surrender. You have to, this is helping me discover who I am, who I was before I was a mom, before trauma happened, who I am, what did I love before that thing happened? What did I do before somebody told me you're not good enough? What did I do before somebody said, oh, you're not pretty enough for that? What did I do before somebody told me I was dumb? What did I do before my dad did not want to come around unless I was getting an award? What did I do? Who was I? And that's why this one challenges me, but it's so good, y'all. It is so good. And I'm trying not to get emotional, so I'm going to cover up just a little bit, but this book is filled with techniques, with quotes that are going to help you find who you were. And I just feel like it's you deserve love. You deserve love, and you deserve to love yourself. And you're not too much. You're more than enough. And you're not just a mom. So while motherhood, yes, it changed you, it did not erase you, okay? So go dig deep. Dig deep. This book is going to help you dig deep. It is a book and a journal. Has journal prompts, different things like you can write. You can write a love letter to your body. Like, when I tell you, this book is phenomenal. So these two I will link below. Self-Love, I Surrender All, both wonderful books. But y'all, that was so good. I really, really enjoyed journeying with you. And that's the first part. We have so much more to uncover and discover. And I am so happy that you're here with me. If you enjoy motherhood content, homemaking content, meal inspiration, cleaning motivation, grocery hauls, I'm Trey, mom to 3, And I would love to have you a part of my family. So if you haven't subscribed, why not? I really enjoy being here with you. I look forward to seeing you in the next video. I look forward to your answers down in the comments below. I will see you next time. Until next time, you got this, mama. Have a good day.